Sorry. I turned 20. Let's atmosphere it up in here for a second. One sec. Now that you can barely see me, but now that it feels better in here, actually, one second. Anyways, now that it feels better in here, it's time for me to yap. Welcome to Aaliyah Yaps, episode 1 of 2025. I turned 20 last week. Kind of crazy, not gonna lie. I turned 20. Anyways, before I start talking about turning 20, can I just show you something that my best friend got me? One second. It's in this. Oh, I made me look. Oops. I almost doxed them. Their address is literally on the other side. Anyways, look. It's my boy Vincent Valentine. You can't see it that well because of the glare, but yep. I have no clue where I'm gonna put this, but it will be on my wall at one point. Okay, what do I want to talk about today? My best friend suggested making a video about talking about like my favorite things, but I didn't write down anything, so I'm just gonna yap off the dome. The question is, what do I want to talk? Let's talk about a book I've been reading. Firstly, since it's 2025, one of my goals for this year, I don't think I talked about it in my 2025 goals book is goals video. Where is my mind? Is that I want to read more books. So one book I've been reading lately is this book, Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I should have looked up how to pronounce her name before. Okay, so you see how there's 2 bookmarks in? I'm the first one, so up here. So I'm not that far into it. I think it's pretty good so far. My only critiques that I have is that I wish that there was a scene between Benta and Amari before Benta died. Oh, spoiler alert. Oh my god. Well, I already just spoiled it. It happens early in the story. It's not the biggest spoiler. But like, I wish there was a scene between those 2 characters before Benta died. Because I feel like as an audience, we don't really know Benta. All we know is that she was Amari's best friend and that she was killed by Amari's father. Another spoiler alert. My bad. That happens really early in the story. And like, I think the story would have benefited just a little bit from maybe like having a scene between those 2 before Benta died, so that like at least we as an audience would have been like introduced to the character and would have like known her just a little bit before she like, you know, perished, and before like Amari felt like a lot of grief and stuff about her, because I feel like it would have hit much harder, her death, if we actually saw like just a little bit of their dynamic. I'm not asking for much, maybe just like, you know, a couple of pages of them being like, oh, like the first scene that Amari shows up in has her at this like banquet, basically talking with these noble ladies and all that stuff. You could have put a scene in before that where it's just like Benta's like what's the word? Hyping? No. Reassuring Amari that things are gonna be fine at the banquet and all that stuff. And I feel like the story would have benefited a lot from that, just a bit. Because like it's better to show rather than tell. At this point in the story, I've been told, I as the audience have been told multiple times, oh, Bento was my best friend. Oh, Bento would have wiped my tears away. Oh, this, this. I feel like it would have been much better to actually see her do that. To be like, oh yes, let me comfort you and all that stuff before she died, so that even if I'm not like super attached to her character just yet, because it's like super early in the story, I at least would understand why Amari feels so heavily like about her death. Like, of course I still understand, but like understand even further, you know? So instead of it just being like oh, that was your best friend, I'll be like, oh, that was the person that wiped away your tears, the person that comforted you, the person that gave you motivation and all that stuff before, so that you had like the bravery, I guess, to go to this banquet and not worry as much. That's my thought process on that. Another thing that I have just to say a little critique about this book, is that I wish the prince hadn't found out about his magic so soon. Like he gets hit by the magic artifact, and then suddenly he's like dreaming and sharing a dream with the other main character, Zelly. I feel like the story would have benefited from him being in deeper denial about it, instead of him like, because it felt like he realized it so fast, like, oh, what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing, this is magic. Like, I feel like at least an extra chapter of him being in so deep denial that he cannot see it would have been better. Like, so deep denial until something undeniably confirms it, and so that he has no choice but to look at himself, I guess, and be like, oh crap, I have magic. That would have been so juicy to me, but it didn't happen. He realized it like really fast, and he's like, I have to get rid of magic. I have to get rid of the person that knows I have magic. And don't get me wrong, that's actually really interesting. It's why I'm still reading this. But still, that's all I have to say about the book so far. Once again, I'm not that far into it. I'm currently on, let's see, page 133. So, and there's like 300, no, way more than that. There's like 500 pages in it. So I'm not far at all. Barely that far, barely into it. I still have a lot to read, but it's been interesting so far. One thing I like about this book is literally how diverse it feels. Because like, I was thinking about like all of the books that I've read that's on my bookshelf that you can see, that's on my shelf that you can't see, that's over there. And like, there's not a lot of main characters in the books I read that are my skin tone, that are a variety of shades of brown and stuff. Like there's not, and I had not thought about that much until recently, when all the characters have like similar tones to me, and I'm just like, oh, I did not even think about how many books that I have on my shelves that contain characters as pale as the hoodie I'm wearing. I'm kidding, but like it's interesting to think about it, because like, I don't know, for me personally, I feel like I grew up in media like that. Oh my god, words. I've grown up watching media where the characters don't specifically represent me, you know? I might like relate to a character, but like they don't look the way I do. And like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of black media out there, and trust me, I've been trying to like get my grubbers and watch that stuff. I'm just talking like Disney Channel growing up watching it, Nickelodeon growing up watching it, Cartoon Network. You don't really see a lot of characters from like the year I was born, 2005, to like, how long did I watch cartoons for? It doesn't matter, but from then to there, like even like Zendaya and Shake It Up, like yeah, she's black, but she's also mixed, so not 100%, like me. And so it's kind of interesting, like reading this book and like thinking about how much I've kind of missed out on the representation, like that like other people have been afforded when it comes to media. And I'm not saying that every story needs to have like a super diverse cast, because I gotta think about that opinion a bit more before I like yap about it. I'm just saying it's like interesting to think about right now. Anyways, on to other stuff. Let's stop talking about books. What do I want to talk about next? I got a new Lego set. I was actually thinking about making a video of me building it, but it was like almost 3,000 pieces, and like I did not want to film. It took me like multiple days, multiple sittings to build that Lego set. It's Lego's new modular set, the like Tudor corner. It's literally sitting on my dresser. I'm looking at it. I kind of want to pick it up and show the camera, but I'm kind of scared that I might drop it, and if I drop it and it breaks, my heart will break. So y'all are just gonna have to Google it. It's literally their latest modular set. Anyways, what else? I did not write anything down. I could talk about video ideas I have for the future before going on to other topics. One thing, I want to make a video about this little baby here, my 3DS. My 3DS original is not an XL. I was thinking about getting an XL like forever ago, but then I was like, ugh, because like Nintendo doesn't make like new 3DS XLs anymore. They stopped making it like a while ago. So if I'm to get one, then I would have to get like a used one, and like buying used, especially online, doesn't like guarantee the quality, and so I've been like hesitant to do that. But like, look at my baby. I've had this 3DS, oh my god, since 2020. No, not 2020, sorry, 2012. It is 2025. 13 years. 13 years. I've had this for most of my life. I'm 20 right now. Most of my life. Which is crazy to think about. So yeah, I would actually want to make a video just yapping about my 3DS and like why I love it. Another video that I was thinking about making, oh my god, it was just on my mind and now I forgot. Oh, I remember now. I was thinking about making a video talking about every single video game I've ever played. Almost every single video game I've ever played, because like, how am I supposed to track all of that? Because I actually made a list a while back of me just writing down all the games that I remember playing as a kid, and I think I could talk in detail about it. Is the list nearby? No. Another thing I could talk about is music. Actually, speaking of music, let's talk about that right now. What have I been listening to as of late? Oh my god, I lit up. It's because I opened up my music app. But what have I been listening to of late? Lately, I've been listening to a lot of La Dispute, specifically their album Wildlife. One song on that album that I really, really love is called All Our Bruised Bodies and the Whole Heart Strings. I read that so bad, but I really like that song. It's really good. And like, let me just pull up some of the lyrics that I really like. I was actually talking about the lyrics to one of my friends. They're like, that sounds really sad. Like, yeah, but it's so like, it hits, you know? Like, it slaps. It like, you know? So let me read it. Open your ears. Anyways, this is verse 3 of the song. Anyways, it says, verse 3 going into verse 4. I'm gonna read all of that out. Maybe I should sing it. Not. He's screaming it in the song. He's like, tell me. I'm not gonna scream at y'all. Anyways, he goes, tell me everything you know. Were you told as a child how cruel the whole world could be? Did anybody ever tell you that? Tell me what your purpose is. who it was that put you here and why. Did anybody really put you here at all? And what if those necessities, like how to cope with tragedy and pain, did anybody ever show you how? When it hits, will my heart burst or break or go strong? Is there really only one way to know now? And this is the next verse. I'm not sure if I'm ready yet to find out the hard way, how strong I am, what I'm made of. I'm not sure I am ready yet to walk through the fire. I'm not sure I can handle it. Do you think if the heart keeps on shrinking, one day there will be no heart at all? And how long does it take? Am I better off just bursting or breaking? Because I don't see my heart getting strong. Oh my God. Oh my God. The person who wrote these lyrics, are you okay? Like, are you good? Because that does not give a person who's doing well. But it's also like so understandable to me, because you really truly never know how well you're gonna handle suffering until you're at that crux of suffering and you're looking your pain right into the eye and you're like, you know, silence. But like, you never know how you're gonna handle something until the moment happens and you have to be like, oh. And so to like have that feeling written down, sang in a song, it really hit. Cause like the way I was introduced to this particular song on this album, I was watching their audio trade performance, so they were performing it live, and like I was listening to it in the background. I was on my phone scrolling through whatever. I have a social media addiction. No, I don't. But also, yes, I do. So I was scrolling, just chilling, because I like to put on like live performances of music when I just am sitting here at my desk and maybe like working in between like homework and stuff or whatever. So I was listening to it and like it was catching my attention like high key, and then I was like, oh, my light just died. It's been doing that. Anyways, it was catching my attention like, that's gonna bother me. 1 second. Peace out. Anyways, it was catching my attention high key, right? So I download the song. But usually for songs for me, it takes a while for the lyrics to hit unless I'm like looking them up and being like, oh, let me see what the lyrics are. Cause like I more listen to the instrumental and the way the vocals work with the instrumental than like what they're saying. So I don't really register what they're saying until like I listened to it a couple times. So it actually took me a couple of listens to actually like really get this song in my soul. But once I did, man, it was my most listened to song last month. Because Apple like sends out their monthly replay. And that was my most listened to song. And I'm not even surprised. I knew it was gonna be. I was like, oh, I saw that coming a mile away. Anyways, what's another song that I listened to in the month of January? I've been listening to Billie Eilish's Hit Me Hard and Soft. I don't have the full album, but I've been listening to a couple of songs on it and it's pretty good. But is it Grammy worthy? In my opinion, no. Sorry, Billie. I do like the album, but I understand why Beyonce won at Grammy. And so to see people's reaction, I'm just like, come on. You know, it's one reward that she missed out on. This girl already has Grammys for her other works. She could miss out on one, in my opinion. Like, as someone that likes both Billie Eilish's music and Beyonce's music, I'm a big fan of Beyonce. I went to her Renaissance concert. Man, oh man. That concert was great. So I might be a little bit more biased towards Beyonce, but just speaking music itself, speaking the production, speaking everything, Beyonce deserved that. Even if you watching this don't love Beyonce's country album, Cowboy Carter, it was still a really this rich and like story, no, rich in like history album, you know. That's what I have to say. That's my opinion on the matter. No, I will not say anymore. Anyways, what else have I been listening to? This is nothing new. I've had this song on in my library for a while, but House of Leaves by Circa Survive. I love Circa Survive. Their music's so good. My particular favorite album by them, Blue Sky Noise. Their song I Felt Free in my heart. In fact, let me read out some lyrics for you. Okay. My favorite part of the song is, one second. Oh, okay. It's like the last part. So it's like, should I sing it or should I just read it? I'm gonna sing it. I will learn to live again, for now I'm breaking all the things I could have meant without escaping. I will learn to love again. I will learn to love. I will learn. He sings way higher than I do, but like, I just love that part of the song. I love it so much because it's like, ah. And the chorus of the song is really good too. He's like, I fell apart in your arms for the last time, and I felt free to do what I want because of the things you told me. I felt free. Anyways, if you ever want to like get into Circa Survive, that song is the song that I would recommend. Anyways, I'm gonna one last song of this month, last month-ish. It's kind of hard to choose. I'm between talking about two songs. Let's just talk about the one that popped in my head immediately. Like Magic by L.S. Dooms has the same singer as Circa Survive, so it's Anthony Green singing, if you know the singer. It has Frank Iero in the mix as well. Like Magic's just a really good song in my opinion. I don't really have much to say about like the lyrics of it. At first I didn't know how to feel because it's the first song of the album, and so like usually when I listen to a new album, the first song's the one that like really hooks me, obviously because it's supposed to be like that one hooking song. But like when I listened to it, I was like, but then like it got into it and then the instrumentals came in and I was like, adding this to my library right now. So yeah, it's pretty good. It came out literally January 31st, I'm pretty sure. It's pretty good. You know what? I'll talk about one more song. Let me think. Okay. This one song is Wildflowers and Wine by Marcus King. I found this particular song scrolling through Instagram because I'm very so a music person. I'll often get reels and like posts relating to like guitars or just people performing in bands, and so this popped up and I was like, ooh, he is singing. So I went to listen to the full song and I was like, ooh, he's singing for real. So I downloaded it. Yeah, all the songs I mentioned I would recommend. Now, oops, on to the next topic. I am old. I am decrepit. I'm not long for this world. Why? Because I turned 20 last week. No, I'm kidding. I'm not old at all, but like, man, next year I'll be able to legally drink. Unless I illegally drink. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not admitting to a crime. I've never done that. I've never done it at all. Okay, anyways. Turning 20 is kind of weird because like I'm not a teenager anymore, but like I kind of feel like it. Of course, it's only been like a week since I turned 20, so like I gotta shake off that 19, but still. I feel like 20 is the age where I really gotta start thinking about not exactly my entire future, but at least what I want to do in the next 5 years of my life. Right now, my biggest focus is getting the education I need to actually pursue the career I want to do, which is graphic design. Lately, I've been taking a lot of like graphic design related classes. Like right now, I'm taking digital illustration and fundamentals of interactive design. Last semester, I was taking little intro to graphic design and stuff. So I've been on the path of learning and stuff about graphic design, but still, I feel like it's very important to like, for me at least, to focus on that stuff because like, I don't want to be clueless when I eventually breach into the field. And I don't feel clueless, but I don't feel like 100% knowing and stuff. Like for my fundamentals of interactive design, I recently had an assignment where I had to like go on LinkedIn or like a job hiring like site and like look at the requirements needed to like apply for certain positions in graphic design. And like I saw a mention of like, oh, you must know how to do this type of program, or you must know how to like do this, and I'm like, I don't know how to do any of that stuff. But now that I know that jobs that pay good money require that, now I can add it to my repertoire of things that I must learn in order to get the job that I want, which is a good paying job. I just want to live comfortably. Will that happen being an art major? We'll see. I'm not gonna be like, no, it's not gonna happen, because like, let's be for real. There's always a chance, you know? And pessimism is out this year. Ow. Anyways, another thing that I want to do, because I'm now an adult and it's important to be mature, I want to express myself more in the sense that I want to tell the people that I appreciate them more. Like, I recently kind of had a wake-up call. I'm not going to go into detail because this is between me and the person that I'm speaking about. I recently had a wake-up call that I'm not nearly as attentive that I could be. And this wasn't just one wake-up call. It was honestly kind of two. And so now I know, like, oh, I need to, like, actually tell these people I care about you. And bestie, my best friend, if you're watching this, I got something to say to you. But I'll say it when we're actually talking. Anyways, yeah. I feel like that's all I gotta say about my 20s so far. Maybe I'll, like, make another video, like, in a couple of months talking about, like, my further goals. But, like, I feel like being an adult means knowing, not being aware of your faults and wanting to work towards them, or at least being mature means that to me. Because like, I could sit here and pretend that I am the most fine person ever, in the sense that like personality wise and stuff, or I could be like, oh, these are my faults, let me work towards that, so that the people in my life know that I actually care to work towards that stuff. Because like, I would never want a person to misunderstand me. That's like my one fear, honestly. Like, one of my best friends, she literally used to like think I hated her when we were like first friends back in middle school, and that was not the case. I saw her as a really close friend back then, and so I was shocked. I was like, man, I really gotta like step my game up, because like these people are out here thinking I hate them when in fact they live in my heart. What is up with that? So yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, I think I'm done yapping for now. Actually, let me yap some more. Let me talk about the current video games I've been playing, because I've been playing a couple of things. I recently started replaying Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm not far into it like at all. I just got through like the intro, like the first like mock battle, and it was actually like pretty fun and stuff. But like, I recently started replaying it because I wanted to actually play the Fire Emblem Warriors game. I was like, oh, let me like brush up on like the characters and stuff. But honestly, I'm kind of bored of it. already. Not yet, but like I could feel like myself being like, all of the memories of the hundreds of hours, not even 100. I spent like 100 hours on that game when I first was super into it, and now I'm just like, I physically cannot play it anymore. Anyways, can y'all hear me when I'm whispering like that? I just realized, whatever the thing. You're like, turn up the volume. My apologies if you cannot hear me when I whisper. Anyways, current games I've been playing. Uno. I've been playing Final Fantasy 15. I'm not super far into the game. I'm only on chapter 2. And like, I'm a little bit confused on what's going on, but like, I'm trying to go through the roles. Cause like, the thing that drew me to Final Fantasy 15 is because I have a goal. A goal of playing every single Final Fantasy game that I can get my hands on. And so 15 is a part of that list, and so I bought it. I also just like started hearing like a lot of like decent stuff about it. Like I know it's not the best Final Fantasy game, but I've heard like decent stuff enough to be like, sounds interesting. And like so far, I find the characters are really silly. I find it really silly that Noctis can like summon a fishing pole from his hand, like he summons his like weapons. Like I fished for the first time in the game and he would went like, wow. I was just like, bro, you're so silly for that. Another thing I find like really silly is that first scene where they're like pushing the car together. I actually really like that because it really shows like their bond. Cause like when, at least for me at least, it feels like they're the main characters and stuff are already like this. They're already 4-lifers, and so to see like that first scene of just them like bickering and stuff and bantering, it was really funny. Anyways, another game I've been playing as of late, like this week, Great Ace Attorney. I'm really slow when it comes to playing Ace Attorney games because like I get bored of it sometimes. Like I really like being a lawyer, be like, objection, hold it, what did you say? But like then I'll actually have to do like the investigating and finding evidence, and I'm just like, ugh. So I always find like the first case the most fun, and then like having to go through like the hoops and habu or whatever of like finding the evidence and stuff, it's always just like, give me a break. I just want a lawyer and stuff. And that's why I'm really slow when it comes to Ace Attorney, because like overall I enjoy the game, but then I'm like, ugh, save me, save me. I actually have digitally, I own all of the Ace Attorney games. I have the trilogy on my 3DS. I have like the last 6 games on my DS because it was on sale before Nintendo shut down their eShop. And then I upgrade Ace Attorney The Chronicles on my Switch as well. So I have like all of the games in that series, minus the Miles Edgeworth game. And I like to applaud myself because that's pretty cool, even though I've only like fully played through one of them. I'm working on Great Ace Attorney though, because I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm only on the second case where, spoiler alert, R.I.P. my boy Kazuma, he died. I was actually like really sad about it because like I saw like fan art and stuff and fan comics about Great Ace Attorney before playing it, but I wasn't sure if Kazuma was dead or not because I'm like, dead or alive, dead or alive. R.I.P. he is dead. And like it hurts even more because he was the main character's best friend. And the main character was literally in the room when he was killed. I actually haven't finished that quest yet, so I don't know if he was killed, but like he probably was, honestly. R.I.P. my boy Kazuma. He did not deserve to die. He was majestic. He did not have long hair, but his headband was flowing in the wind. I remember laughing during the first case of the game because like we were fully in a courtroom. No windows were open. Why is your band flowing in the wind? So that was really funny to me. Those are like the 2 games I'm playing right now. I might like, sometimes I like drop in on like old games that I already fully played through, like Tears of the Kingdom. I've been running around in that game trying to like find all of the armor. In Baldur's Gate, I have a new round going but like I don't really count those because like I'm not like super committed to like finishing those games in comparison like to the newer stuff that I recently got. Well, new. Those games are not new, but like new as in never played Fully Drew before. Anyways, what do I wish to talk about? What was me? Me as well. Tell me why my dream guitar is so expensive. Yeah, we're talking about this last video that I literally spent so long talking about my dream guitar. I could cry about it. In fact, I am crying. You don't see my tears. The lighting's too bad for it. I really want this guitar, but like I've already like addressed the reality that the chances of me getting my hands on this guitar are incredibly slim. It's actually sold out. No, like sold out, or like, oh no. Cause like before it would just say, oh, temporarily gone, notify me when it's like back. And no, now it's saying it's sold out. So the chances of me getting my dream guitar, not, wait, this means it's close. No, I have some chances. There's no chance, okay? And I've already mourned. I've already gotten used to it. I've been able to mourn. I've been able to like get used to the fact. And so now I know it's not happening. But that's fine. I'm not crying at all. What if I just like ran away and started sobbing? That would be funny, but no. I know I'm never gonna get that specific model. Unless I do. Fender should just put out that specific color to like a new thing. Like, ooh, fancy color. Like for like, you know how like with their Squire Paranormals, they'll drop like their first and then they'll drop like the limited edition set. They should do that. Fender, if you're watching this, I just gave you an idea for free. Or like their mod guitars, make that an option, but like probably make it like a bit more expensive. Please, because there's a chance I can get my hands on a mod. Anyways, I'm done begging for a new. I'm not begging for. Oh my god, words. I'm done begging for my dream guitar. I'm done, okay? You've won. You've worn me out. Now I'm on my hands and knees. I'm gonna get that. Anyways, that's all I have to talk about. Did you enjoy me yapping? Was my deep voice good? Nah, I'm kidding. I just like talking. I might do this before. This is episode 1 of Aaliyah Yaps. I'm Aaliyah, your host. I'm here to yap. I should probably, for the next episode, actually write down the stuff I want to yap about instead of just sitting here being like, what should I talk about next? Because that's not gonna work. You guys are watching this video. I should put in more effort, you know? Anyways, goodbye. Oh, wait. Nope. Story for another time. This video is already 40 minutes long. Goodbye.